lecture this afternoon from the State Commander of the NDLEA Akwa Ibom State Command. I'm not talking about any other person than Obot Basi CM. Please, a round of applause. Thanks for to deliver this very important and very timeless lecture this afternoon. Thank you, ma'am.
On behalf of the Zonal Commander, I welcome you once again to NDLEA Akwa Ibom State Command. I cannot overemphasize the importance of this meeting based on our scorecard in Akwa Ibom among our youths. It is now war against drug abuse in Akwa Ibom State. The rate of drugs that we've arrested among our youths is the primary reason we are here to equip school principals of early warning signs among the students before it gets to a disastrous state. Unfortunately, we had a gap here with our projector. You would have seen it live for yourself. These are real life situations that would have been self-explanatory. But be that as it may, we are here to equip you with basic skills that will help every one of us seated here to identify who is using drugs, early warning signs, and what to do, where to go, and how to manage it. With time, we will be training school principals to become counselors in schools. We cannot do it alone. That's why our boss, in the person of Brigadier General Buba Marwa, with the assistance of the ex-President President Muhammad Buhari, created what is called War Against Drug Abuse on the 26th of June 2021. Everybody seated here is a stakeholder to ensure that Akwa Ibom State is free from drugs. The title of my topic today is the effects of drug abuse on academic performance of secondary school students in Akwa Ibom State. And my name is Obot Basi. I'm not going to bore you with our mandate because you already know about our mandate. But what is drug? Can somebody here tell me what is drug? I'm sure most of us in our schools have had issues with this. Can somebody tell me what is drugs, please? Hello, it's going to be an interactive session. Can someone tell me what is drug? Hands? Sorry, madam, could you tell me what is drug?
My own definition, drug is just the medication that we take, the medicines we take. Not that to be drug, it may be in form of food or anything we take.
Thank you. Please. Sir, could you tell us your understanding of drugs?
To a layman, any substance that may be taken that can alter, affect the normal functioning of the person.
Thank you.
Can also
a round of applause for you. Please, this is a live. If you don't, now I am the teacher, you are my student. So anybody that does not listen to my lecture will dance traditional dance as punishment. Do we agree? We agree. So I am now the teacher, you are the student. Now, drug is any substance which, when taken by any means, it could be snorted, it could be sniffed, it could be injected, it affects the function, the physiology, the psychological disposition and behavioral disposition of anybody. For example, there was a day we went to the airport and somebody was to board the aircraft. He hadn't gotten to the staircase. He was on the tarmac, and this is how he was going. A very big person. There were no staircases. It was obvious there was something wrong. So these drugs, it does not discriminate against who you are, the color, the skin. It could affect anybody. Now, the next thing you need to know about drugs is that drugs could be natural, it could be synthetic. Now, when you take drugs, the first place it affects is the frontal cortex. What did I say?
Frontal cortex.
I cannot hear you.
Frontal.
Louder.
Frontal cortex.
Now, touch your frontal cortex. Let me see. Yes, this is your frontal cortex. The next place it affects is your occiput. What did I say?
Occiput.
What did I say?
Occiput.
The next place it affects is your central nervous system. Now, we have two kinds of drugs. We have the illicit drugs and we also have the illicit drugs. Now, what is drug abuse? It is important you know this. Drug abuse is when you take any drug inconsistent with medical prescription. What did I say?
Inconsistent with medical prescription.
For example, the doctor says take 2 Panadol in the morning, take 2 Panadol in the evening. You decide to take 5 Panadol in the morning and 7 Panadol in the evening. That is drug abuse. It takes 5 hours, more than 5 hours, for 2 tablets of paracetamol to dissipate in your body. It takes over 5 hours, take it. Now, another issue is physical dependence. This occurs when the body has repeatedly, you saw the demonstration by the core members. The guy was itching. Those are some of the signs you notice. It means he is more or less dependent on the drugs. He had to bring it even to the classroom. Another thing you need to know is that there's something called addiction. Addiction is more like a place of no return when somebody gets to the addiction stage. Why? The person cannot do without the drugs. So that this is where harm reduction comes to play. Harm reduction is another big topic on its own. Like I said, this meeting we are going to have a town hall meeting. We are going to decide how often we'll be having it, because you people are going to cascade this training also to your environment, please. Now, we have 4 stages of drug abuse: the experimental stage, the occasional stage, the regular stage, and of course, the addiction stage. Please, can I have the phone? I'm the teacher now, so you have disobeyed my law. Bring the phone. Who has the phone? Bring it. Hello? One of the ground rules is that please put your phone on silent. Number 2, no chorus answers. Number 3, everybody's response is right. Are we together? Yeah. I'm the teacher right now. So very soon, the next person will dance traditional dance as punishment. So experimental stage. This is when the user is introduced newly. Please, when you go for burial vigil night on Friday, there is drugs. Did you hear me? I'm not saying behind you. I'm saying it out loud.
Yes.
They serve drugs during burial Friday vigil night. And some people take it without knowing. They put it in yogurt. It's inside biscuits. It's inside pepper soup. It's inside ekpankukwo, afang soup. And you eat it with fufu and you ask for more. God forbid. Are we together?
Yes.
Please watch what you eat. The next stage is the occasional stage. You do not go outright to take it, but if you are given, you do take it. The next one is the regular stage. We have a situation where some parents come to complain that their children, while they are out, take their television, they sell it. By the time they come back, they have sold another kitchen utensils, not knowing what they do with the money. Most of them, they must sustain that lifestyle by constantly selling things where they don't have money to get the drug. Of course, addiction stage is the stage of no return. You cannot do without it. In that stage, what we do is called harm reduction. Like I said, it is another lecture for another day. We have 7 classes of drugs, and they are the stimulants, the narcotics, the steroids, the gateway drugs, the depressants, the hallucinogens, and the inhalants. Number 1 is what? Stimulants. Number 2 is narcotics. Number 3 is steroids. Number 4 is gateway drugs. Number 5 is depressants. Number 6 is hallucinogens. And number 7 is inhalants. Did we get that?
No.
Alright, you'll be writing a test for me after this. Anybody that gets the test 100% will get something special from me.
Yes, mention.
Number 1 is stimulants. Number 2 is narcotics. Number 3 is steroids. Number 4 is gateway drugs. Number 5 is depressants. Number 6 is hallucinogens. Number 7 is inhalants. Now, how do we know what is narcotics? Is there anybody here who doesn't know what is narcotics?
Yes.
Narcotics comes from a Greek word known as stupor, and then it's from the poppy papa somniferous plant. I don't want to bore you with the biological names. And then it could be abused by swallowing, smoking, sniffing, or injecting. Examples of narcotics are heroin. What did I say?
Heroin.
Another one is morphine. What did I say?
Morphine.
Another one is opium. What did I say?
Opium.
Another one is codeine. What did I say?
Codeine.
Another one is tramadol. Tramadol. Okay. Now, what are the effects when you take narcotics? It slows down physical activity, constriction of the pupils, flushing of the face and the neck, constipation, nausea, vomiting, and slow breathing. Another symptom you will notice is restlessness. You saw it in the youth service guy. He was very restless in class. Irritability, loss of appetite, mucus, tremor, drug craving, severe depression, vomiting, increased heartbeat and heart rate, blood pressure, alternative flushing with excessive sweating. You also have cold, clammy skin, confusion and convulsion, extreme drowsiness, low body immunity, HIV infection, and premature death. The stimulants. Now, this one speeds up the body system and affects the central nervous system. Where does it affect?
The CNS.
Again?
Central nervous
Now,
system.
how is it being used? It could be smoked, it could be snorted, it could be injected, and this produces a rush. If there's anybody here who is in the menopausal stage, a rush is what women go through when you have menopause. You have a kind of funny feeling. It's called a rush. And then examples of stimulants are methamphetamine. What did I say?
Methamphetamine.
The next one is cannabis. Cannabis, another name for cannabis is Igbo, wee. Another name for meth is ice. It looks like ice block. It is also called burumili. Have you heard of that? Yes. That's another name for meth. And now, what are these effects? The effects of meth, a sense of exhilaration. Loss of self-esteem. Cannot do anything mentally and physically. Of course, it drops. Reduced appetite. The person cannot sleep. The person is always dizzy, always has tremor. Perception distortion. Chronic cough. Heart attack. Brain damage. Of course, premature death is always possible. Another one is depressants. Depressants affects the central nervous system and it reduces the activity. It induces constant sleep. You saw the lady who was sleeping in class. It relieves anxiety and it prevents seizures. Now, depressants can be swallowed, sniffed, or injected. Examples are, do you take Valium? Lexotan, Rofinol, Barbiturate, cannabis. These are examples of depressants. Please, if you must take Valium, take it under doctor's prescription. Thank you very much. Once again, depressant induces sleep, relieves anxiety, prevents seizures, causes amnesia. That is, the person will rape his or her own daughter and will not remember that he did rape. Are we together?